jealous. That's good. That's the way to operate. And it will. I'm just telling you, right? You may not have thought this out. I'm telling you, there are going to be people who are vying for the number one listener and the number one social media platform promoter now. Yep. Oh, good morning, Kelly. Wonderful. Thank you. It was a good event. Yeah, I got a cosign on the over my head, and and that's the second time I've seen him speak. Uh, I guess in general, he was saying that yeah, the Houston economy is not going to be impacted. It is going to be a slowdown. It is not going to be a recession in the Houston area, and this is of course because of the oil prices. Um, I thought the layout was actually really interesting, where the booths were in half the room, and then it was kind of divided from the speaking area and with the food intermingled. It was a very well laid out for networking and for people to see the booths, and I got to chat with a bunch of people. I thought it was a very good event. Yeah, and I'm like you, Nolan. I had to leave a little early, so I did not get to see any of the breakout sessions. Yeah, make that, throw in my twins because I'll be dropping them off too. Yeah, right away. That's awesome. Yeah. Those people have not been on the show. Yeah. You get to eat the art after you're done. There. Yes. We're five right now. You're welcome. It's gonna be a joy. I love the arts, and you're really blending art and business, and so I think it's gonna be exciting. We'll come up with some really cool stuff. Oh, all right. This is the best show ever. Uh, Take care, Kelly. We'll talk to you soon. So all I heard out of that was that's hot. That's what I heard. Actually, I was just thinking that's the first picture that actually really caught all those things that were true inside of me. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, you know me. I've always wanted to wrap my car with like me and all sorts of cool photos. And you get out, people are like, "Who are you?" I don't know. I just decided to wrap my car. Wow. So I'm looking at that picture. It's a big, a very broad picture, right? Pretty narrow, but broad. I think you could take that and put that across the top of your windshield. Yeah. Yep. 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 Well, if you weren't, you would be after you wrapped your vehicle like that. Yep. Excellent. So regarding your business card and your picture, I actually saw Jeffrey Gitomer speak at an Action Coach event not too long ago, and one of the things he spoke about was your card and does your business card start a conversation or end a conversation? And he had actually he's a big baseball fan. Had actually turned the back of his card of his business card into like a baseball card with stats. You know, like 1,000 happy clients and whatever the RBI kind of stats, and created a conversation starter with his business card. So I don't think there's anything wrong with your photo there. You can even do it the wing style. You got to come up with a different title though, right? Instead of wings, it's got to be, I don't know, on my way up, or I don't know, come up with some. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, Chuck. Mm. No, you can't, sir.
Appreciate that.
Hey, that was pretty close to the hot comment there.
Absolutely.
You're trying. Like, it can't be done, but you're trying and doing a good job. Yeah.
Who's that, Chris? All right, Chris
right
Burns. Right, Chris Burns is owner of eWeb Styles. He has the #1 podcast. I'm sorry, he has the #1 SEO podcast on iTunes. He's a partner of mine to where we've partnered up and we do lunch and learns. And it's funny you say that. My next lunch and learn, you've actually been to my lunch and learn. So you've met Chris. I think you came to my first one. Of course, you would have come to my first one because you're that type of guy. That's why you're getting the award today, right? #1 supporter. So he's very knowledgeable when it comes to internet marketing. His business is definitely thriving. And the thing about Chris is that he helps other businesses thrive. And so that's kind of like his superpower. As far as online business is concerned, loyal and just great guy. So I have nothing. All the bad stuff I say about Chris, I say in front of an audience while he's there. So it's that type of situation.
All right. So the next project is actually the Lunch and Learn is on the 30th, April 30th. So it's about 2 weeks out. And Chuck, I wanted to ask you, when Nolan told you about graphics, what's kind of the first thing that pops to your mind as what you might want in terms of graphics? That I was kind of thinking that. What kind of books do you write? Yeah,
Right.
there's another quote that I really like, which is similar. You should have enough enthusiasm that you catch on fire. And when people show up to watch you burn, charge them.
That's
all about the enthusiasm.
Gotcha.
Well, hopefully we can help you become a millionaire.
Hey, I like lunch.
How about Bermuda? If we make you a millionaire. Okay, lunch in Bermuda, sold.
Right. Okay, all right. That's at BBVA Compass Bank. That was something that we definitely planned on talking about today anyway. So, hey, Chuck, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you and talk to you about either insurance or read one of your books, how can they do that, sir? That's 281. Right, that's 281. Is it 557-9995? Okay, I think you broke up a little bit. Okay, just wanted to make sure. So that's Chuck. Chuck, like I said, I want to thank you for being one of my #1 online supporters. I appreciate you, sir.
All right, we'll be talking.
You do the same. All right. So that was Chuck.
Lunch in Bermuda.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's after we get him $1 million, though. That's
oh yeah. Okay.
Right. Don't forget that part. Right. That is a couple weeks out. So I used to do Facebook birthdays, but I only do the birthdays that of the people that I know, and I have two people. One which was a great supporter as well, Adam Miller. He used to listen all the time, and Donald Rose. Donald Rose is actually helping me with a project that I'm working on called Rising Stars Grind to Be Living Legends. It's kind of a spinoff of You Will Know My Name. So Adam Miller and Donald Rose, I want to say happy birthday to you. Right here from the Creative Biz Ideas. And we are rocking and rolling. It is now 8:17, and after the 8 o'clock hour, we do have the #1 business coach in the world coming up next. This is Nolan Davis with Creative Biz Ideas and my co-host, Mr. Chris Burris. Chris, are you there?
We're here. Lovely Monday.
All right. All right. We're going to have the number one business coach in the world, not in Houston, not in Texas, not even in the United States, but the whole wide world. Mr. Doug Winnie. Doug Winnie, are you there, sir?
Wonderful. Good morning, Doug.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Happy Monday to you, Doug. What you got for us today, sir?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. What you got for us today, sir? Money. Is that not it? I thought it was.
I think, yeah.
I digress then. I digress. So tell us, what's the number one challenge?
I feel like we're on the Family Feud show, and I'm just going to support Nolan. We're going to go with money. Oh, man, we got the X.
What you got, Doug?
That's saying something. Yeah. What my subconscious mind might tell me. It might tell me that I don't know. In a challenge that I'm having within my business, it's is that people should just do the work that's assigned, right? So I just feel like I should assign it and then it should get done. And I've had a problem with abdication, and so that's just my subconscious mind telling me I should assign it and everybody should just do it. Yes. That makes sense. That resonates with me. I mean, I've always had positive affirmations instead of I am statements. I call them affirmations, kind of same along the same lines. And I've also believed that there's Darren Hardy with the Success Magazine talks about set point, and that's really the same thing. How do you adjust your set point? And you adjust it with repetition or hypnosis. This is my understanding: repetition or hypnosis. So the I am statements are the repetition, hypnosis. If we find a talented hypnotist who can help you with that, because really hypnosis has the ability to talk directly to your subconscious mind, and yeah, just changing what you believe you actually deserve, and then all of a sudden, just like your initial quote, the conscious mind chooses new positive actions.
I agree. That's actually what NLP is, which is neuro linguistic programming. And that's so some of those elements of the subconscious mind is actually how I do my video. So I was actually doing NLP a lot when I was younger, and then just kind of fell off and started doing it. I'm showing Chris Burris my book, The Greatest Salesman in the World. He and I, we're on a Google Hangout at the same time. We're going to start doing Google Hangouts along with the show as one of the new things that we're going to start implementing to kind of jazz up the show so you can actually see a live feed of us. So I am going to reread that book. As soon as you said it, I went right to it and got it. So absolutely. So Doug, if somebody wanted to get a little bit more consultation, get some more words of wisdom or direction in their business from the #1 business coach in the world, how can they do that, sir? Hey, Doug, I appreciate you, sir.
All right, you too. Thanks, Doug.
Absolutely. You do the same. Thank you, sir. All right. So, here's the thing. I have another project that I'm working on called Cornerstone Institute. The Cornerstone Institute is with Sunita Trevino, and she's a I forget how you say it. It's plasticity. Yeah, plasticity
Practitioner.
Yes, she's actually getting her PhD in it. Like she's finishing up her PhD, and her and I, we're doing some of those things, and a lot of the things that really work with as you develop that subconscious mind is visualization. That's why people say get a vision board, do all of these things. Imagine you're doing this. Well, that's where video comes in, right? I can make you look like a rock star and make you look at yourself and feel like that even though you look on the outside like a kitty cat, but I can make you see the lion within inside you. So I actually came up with some different techniques. I've talked to at least 8 to 10 different doctors as I gave her this whole scenario of how we could work together. She's definitely on board. And the reason I say that is because Doug is 100% right. I'm all about trying to figure out how do you get to that next level always, right? What do you implement? And I think the whole, and here's what I've come up with. I think all of life is about knowing how to eliminate bad habits and create new habits. And those habits will get you to wherever you want to get to. So If you want to run a marathon, like Adam Miller, he's run at least 5 or 6 of them thus far, I believe. I remember when he ran his first one, who, by the way, I said happy birthday to him today. His whole thing is you have to develop the habit of running, right? And you have to eliminate the habit of sitting on the couch and just watching TV, right? And so
Not running.
Exactly. So it's those things that we have to develop, and a lot of that comes with the why and or what you call your purpose statement. And I think you should do it for you, really nobody else, because I think your why always changes depending on your situation. But so some people say your why is your purpose in life, and that's really what she talks about. She hones in on that purpose and gets you to focus just on that purpose, so it's a little bit easier for you to be running on all pistons, is what that is. So I will probably get her to come on next week, and seeing how Doug just kind of inspired that whole thing, we'll probably talk about purpose next week with Sunita. So after Doug, we do have our very own attorney, Mark Smith, and he's going to give us the legal advice this week for Creative Biz Ideas. So let me bring Mark on. Mark, are you there, sir? I'm doing great, sir. And yourself? I know it, man. I know it. I was actually thinking I was going to have to cancel a shoot, but it's starting to shine bright outside. So I might be still rocking and rolling. Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. So what do you have for us today, sir? McDonald. See? Just doing it, baby. Just doing it. Mm.
Don't even think about it, Nolan.
I was gonna say I got a couple of musty friends, and they always smell like that, and they have trademarked and cornered that market. Every time I see them, they smell the same.
Unfortunately, no one's interested in also having that odor. Oh yeah.
Mm. Got you. Got you. All right, Mark. So if somebody wanted to talk to you up close and personal about trademarking, how can they get in contact with you, sir? Got you. Hey, Mark, I appreciate you, sir. Talk to you next week.
Excellent. Thanks, Mark. Stay dry. You too.
All right. So just before we go, it's a little bit past that time. We actually try to keep it within the hour, but sometimes we go over and it's an hour and a half. Just want to tell you about
Nolan's rants.
It is. It's all because and I'm cool with it. It's my show. I'm cool. So here's the thing. Shut up, man. So our next lunch and learn. You almost made me forget what I was going to say. Our next lunch and learn is April 30th at 11 o'clock at the BBVA campus. It's maximizing profits using internet marketing and video. Everybody who's attended it has given us great feedback. We've actually made some connections doing some of those lunch and learn. So it's great networking for you to come out, great lunch, great information. I hear Chris Burris is a great presenter. It's a lot of greatness going on. It's a great facility.
Yeah, you mentioned networking, and just to kind of hammer that home, at the beginning of our session, we actually have everyone kind of stand up, introduce themselves, what they do for a business. So that's a great opportunity. Everybody in the room knows what you do, and it's an opportunity for Nolan and I to kind of cater the presentation to the people in the room, so that we're really addressing their major concerns from the point of internet marketing and video.
Absolutely. So just wanted to get that out before we get out of here. So Chris, what do you have before you leave today?
All right, so we've got a tip from our last podcast, and the tip is rewrite and re-optimize your content when redesigning your site. So the entire podcast was about that time of the year or every 5 years or whatever that you need to redesign your website. You do need to redesign it every now and then. And when you do, make sure that you're revisiting that content and re-optimizing it, because we see a lot of clients, potential clients, who have gone through the process of redesigning their website and lost significant placement because the team that actually did the redesigning didn't consciously make sure that they at least got the exact same SEO efforts copied over, or even better, rewrote them and re-optimized that content to make sure that it matched what was there before and even caused it to excel. So again, rewrite and re-optimize your content when you're redesigning your website.
Got you. All right. Now, I've probably redesigned my website more than most. I think in the last...
I think you've redesigned it 3 times since I've known you.
3 times. Absolutely. Yeah. 3 times.
We're about to do a 4th.
Right. I was just about to say, I got Chris Burris doing and I think this is going to be the last redesign for a while. But they keep getting better and better. Every time I keep showing it to you, you keep saying, hey, that's better. Hey, that you'll tell me a couple of things and I implement it. And so instead of me implementing it, I'm going to have you implement it, and I'm going to do your video and I can implement that for you. And let's be merry and be happy. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I still love your reaction when Charles walked in and you were like, yeah, I think I need to redesign my website. And Charles was like, yeah, I see that. You like
I was
phone down. You're like, the website's not that bad, and
right.
And I know it to be true. So let me throw myself right down.
And I know he's seen worse for that to be his first go-to statement, right?
Oh, yeah.
I know you guys have seen worse because, I just know it.
Well, you and I have seen worse collectively, like together, just like, oh, let's share how bad Absolutely. This particular website is. Yeah.
Absolutely. And if it was after hours, I would have probably punched Charles in the face. I might have got my ass kicked after that. That would have been my initial reaction. Just to punch him in the face. Now, whatever happens after that, I feel good about it. Either way, I feel good. So,
whether it's redesigned or not, I got retaliation for the
absolutely.
comment.
And I feel better about life. I feel better about life and everything in it. So, hey, Chris, great show today, man. I appreciate you 100%. I'm about to go ahead and thank you, sir. I'm about to go ahead and get ready for this shoot that we have. Here at Creative Biz Ideas, I do realize that an idea is not a plan, and a plan still needs execution. But it all starts from that idea. I want to thank Kelly for being our #1 listener. I want to thank Chuck for being our #1 social media supporter. Chris, I want to thank you for being a great co-host, because I can't even do what I do without you, sir. So I do appreciate you. Tune in next week. We're going to have Sunita Trevino on. And Chris and I are going to start doing some hangouts within the week to let you know what's coming up for next week. So stay tuned for those. So until next week, love to live to love, and be well.
Great show, man. Can you hear me? I am talking. My mic is on now.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you. I turned it down.
Hello.
Turn it back up.
Hello.
You should be able to hear me.
Hey, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna attach my speaker.
Yeah, attach the speaker.
No, hold on. I hear
Can you hear me?
feedback. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Hello, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing, testing the microphone, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing.
Yep, I can hear you.
You hear me?
Yep.
All right.
What happened to the? I had to set up an external speaker to hear you. But what's up, baby?
Not much. That was a good show.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by making something from nothing. Just thinking we had some real guests on the fucking show, right?
Yeah.
Like, when I thought about it on Friday, I was thinking, oh shit, I don't have anybody. And then I messed around, saw Kelly, and when she said it, it did do something to me too. I was like, I need to give her something. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, let's make a show about giving her something. And so I didn't want Chuck to feel left out, because I know Chuck doesn't listen that often. But anytime I put it out there, he puts it out to all of his friends. And I was like, man, come on. That's what it needs to be. So, yeah.
It has a lot of value. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we had a lot of people on today. We had about like 12 people on at one time.
All right.
And that's just on the call-ins, which means, actually, let me hold on 1 second. Let me see what I can do.
You got, give me your, the Creative Biz Ideas Twitter password, because I want to start scheduling stuff for that, and I'll schedule that to go out on, I tweeted this morning. I don't know if that had something to do with it.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Right, the live hasn't come in yet. It says 11 callers. And so the live is usually, the live are the people on the computer.
Website.
But the creative biz ideas password. Actually, I'll text it to you.
Yeah, since this is live and recorded.
Yes. Yes, I will text it to you. And so is this, I haven't seen it. I'm sorry, I'm looking at something else.
Yeah.
Is this on YouTube as well? The live YouTube?
Yeah, it'll be, I believe it's broadcast live on YouTube, and then once we stop it, it'll get stored on YouTube.
Okay.
So we probably need to figure out how to like make a creative biz ideas thing account, and then broadcast it off of that account, because I just created this event on, I think it's on maybe even my personal one. It's probably not even eWeb Styles.
Right. Right. You mean create a creative biz YouTube account?
Yeah, which you wouldn't surprise me if you have one.
I do. I do have one. I do have one, and there's videos there already.
All right. Of shows, or just of
my culling events.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right. That's why I did the events. I got to do YouTube. That's why I did the events, was to do the video part of it to get Vids Inc. out there. But it was just the same people coming over and over again. So it was that type of situation.
I think we need to get that set up at like the Houston West Chamber of Commerce, or the Houston Chamber of Commerce, or like whatever, whatever event they have. We just set up a little corner and interview people like you always did, and it's at the Houston West Chamber event.
That could work. That could work. What that could work. What who's all at that chamber though? It's like
so I know, I think I told you I got business off of it already. That's great. I can say that one of the guys who was on the last panel, who is an active member of Houston West Chamber of Commerce, is the CEO of Herman Miller Hospital, Memorial Herman Hospital.
Got you.
So it spans.
Right. Because it's
and at a minimum, I'm on a committee with Doug to try and get the membership up to 1,001. And so if we go to these events and there's a couple hundred people, one of the things that sucks about chamber events from a networking perspective is it is always different people. Almost always, right? So you probably have like a core 10%, and then everybody else who shows up once a month or whatever. And so we would be talking to new people each and every time.
How many people go to those events on average?
I've never been to one.
Got you.
This is why I would be new and I'd go to the next one.
Got you. Dude, what do you have me on? Are you on your computer or you're on your Surface?
Computer.
Yeah, my wife was like, they probably have a Surface, a camera on the Surface, right?
Yeah, they do, don't they?
And that's what I'm using right now.
There you go.
So I didn't have to buy the camera, but I hear a loud buzz. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, you're good. I don't hear the buzz.
All right, I just disconnected my speaker, which I can hear you now, but I hear like shh. You don't hear that?
I don't. I'm crystal clear.
And my Surface is getting real hot, baby.
Yeah, I'd be a little. Actually, I considered using the Surface to try and do the YouTube live broadcast of our podcast, just as a secondary computer to kind of do it. Interesting. I've kind of forgotten that I had thought about that. But I know I've had sound problems with the Surface. For instance, literally cranked all the way up with earphones in. I couldn't hear a movie.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
I've never had
Any device.
right.
It's like the purpose of these things is to at least have more volume than an airplane.
Dude, I use my Surface strictly for presentations.
Yeah.
Right. And
Me
so
too.
right. So I use it for the presentation part of it. If I link in like what we do for BBVA, right? I got everything for that. I got the HDMI link up. Do you have that as well?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I got the HDMI link up. I got headphones in my bag, over the ear headphones. So if I meet somebody and we're at Starbucks or something and it's loud, you can still get that one-on-one type of situation. And then I got this. This is what I got you hooked up to right now.
Right.
I can do it with Bluetooth, but the cord just to pop it in is nothing to me, right? So that's how I make all my presentations. And then I write on my tablet when I'm brainstorming because I don't went paperless, right? So I use OneNote. I write down I'm asking all the same questions. Absolutely. So and that's why I was like, I need to really maximize, and that's great. And I got mine for free, right?
Right.
So like to get that for free, to have that capability, then I started thinking, man, I really need to really hone in on everything that this can do for me. So now I'm thinking of Google Hangouts and what we're doing, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then everything that I talked about earlier with the OneDrive and filling out the information and everybody's having it at one place and doing it that way. So yeah. So that's I'm trying to use the shit out of mine.
Yeah.
So that's what
I kind of like how whoever's talking shows up on the main picture. Is yours changing?
No, mine is not.
Interesting. So when I start talking, I show up as the big picture. And then when you start talking, it shows you as the big picture.
Probably because you're the one who set it up.
Interesting.
The host. Because I'm just the small picture at the bottom. You're the big picture.
Maybe that's a setting though, because I mean, I invited you. You're in as a host just like me. I don't know if you could kill it, but interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know.
All right. So I'm going to see you tomorrow.
What the hell is tomorrow?
Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell we're doing tomorrow, but yes, I have.
We may not need to because we just need to. Well, since you're up in town, why don't we get together?
Oh,
I do have to run. Let me give you a call in a couple of minutes.
All right, bye.